Hey there, Cheese here, and welcome back to more Mega Man 02 Perfect Runs. We've just been thrown into a stage to protect ourselves from an aerial bombardment, so let's get our weapons ready and make our way across the fleet towards the main bombing aircraft. I gotta say, this is easily my favorite stage in all of 02. Not only is it just super cool jumping from aircraft to aircraft like this, but the stage also has several opportunities for every one of our four weapons to show its strengths. The superior defense of the shield boomerang, the extra range of the buster, the raw power of the saber, and the just balanced versatility of the chain rod. It all comes in handy here, and I love that. Anyway, here we've got ourselves a mid-boss. One of those things that we were walking across. It's Tentalancer, though this one seems better equipped for battle. Every time we damage it, it'll bombard the entire stage with bombs. And we gotta rush towards where it was. It always makes sure to get at least 3 missiles out at us first, though. I like to destroy the second one and then dash under the third one to try and get where I need to be quickly. And it's not very tough, so it should go down around now. Yep. Goodbye. With that down, and us on the right aircraft, it's time to invite ourselves in. Just tear through a whole bunch of Pantheon Hunters. And here we go. We'll need the Z-Saber inside. We'll need power. And we've got some E-Crystals, because there's always time for E-Crystals. Breaking one of these electric generators will deactivate all of the electric barriers in the stage, though only momentarily. They come back. And signal waves are back. They were fiery in Phoenix Magnion stage, but here they're electric, so the shots that they do will split up and down when they reach zero. And some of them are in real nasty positions. Think fast. Done with needing power for the moment. Now we'll need the chain rod, but also steal the buster so that we get some nice head starts against reforming barriers. Up that ladder quick, and I'm not happy with how that timed out. Let's try that again. Yep, get ready to run. Duck down here, break the barriers again, and dodge this guy. We won't be getting past him quickly, so we'll have to stab him to death slowly. And break out of our cage this way. Don't despair if you feel trapped on this wall either. A dash jump and some shooting will do you just fine and get you out safe. Almost guaranteed. Next up, we'll need the shield boomerang, and we'll really want the saber. We found the bomb that they're trying to drop on us, so let's bring CL in to work her magic. It'll take her a full 90 seconds to defuse the bomb, so we'll have to protect her that whole time. She can take a few hits without failing the mission, but taking any hits will lose us mission points, and regardless, we just don't want CL to get hurt. So let's protect her. The Z-Saber is perfect for getting rid of the Pantheon hoppers that are crawling in here, but then there are also the pluggers. Pluggers will appear randomly in this room, start firing and start turning. Once they've turned a full rotation, they will stop firing and instead move directly towards zero. The only way to keep them from firing is to hunt every one of them down and destroy it before it fires. And I'm just not good at that, so as far as I care, the shield boomerang is essential here. This combo of weapons is not perfect though. As you might notice, whenever I swing the saber, I have to lower the shield. And that means that a poorly timed Pantheon Hopper can cause serious issues. Especially if I'm busy deflecting bullets all the time. Luckily, a deflected bullet can keep a jumping Pantheon Hopper at bay, but that's more of a luck matter than something you can plan for. Yeesh. Once the L is finished, make sure to protect her from any lingering bullets, and then clear the place of any remaining Pantheon Hoppers. There we go. The position is secure, so we can transfer back, and the bomb is defused. Mission accomplished. However, it's not mission complete just yet. Thanks to some turbulence, Zero can't transfer back normally, so we've got to hoof it. The shield boomerang has served its purpose by now, so back to the chain rod. And we're gonna exit through the left. Excuse me. Down this ladder with us. You don't need that shield. And there's a bunch of boxes here. May as well destroy them for ticks. Oh, and for profit. Awesome. I love E-crystals. And here's our exit. Now it's mission complete. Alright. Oh, uh-oh. So, who remembers Hercules and Shortus? This is his brother, Kuwagust Anchus. I don't know what's going on with their last names. One of them must be a translation error. Kuwagust here is ready to destroy the resistance aircraft that we're standing on and use it as in a kamikaze attack against the resistance base. Terrifying. Just like he is. He does 3 attacks in the same order every time. And I would generally not recommend trying to sneak saber shots in. You can if you're good enough, but I'm not. His 3 attacks are as follows. First, 3 swoops across the entire stage. Second, jump to the center and try and draw us in with the tornado. Easy to dodge but hard to retaliate against with anything more than a buster. And then 3 sets of lasers from a certain set of laser arrangements. Not doing good on damage here. It might look like lasers are a good time to counter with the chain rod, but there's one formation that he has that's that one. Basically goes across the entire screen's worth of floor. So if you're standing down anywhere near him with the chain rod, you're gonna get hit. So I would recommend not doing that. At half health or lower, at an A rank or higher, he can use the EX attack whenever in his pattern. It's the spinning blade. No relation to Crushed Crawfish. He becomes invincible, and you have to deflect him for safety. The Buster is too weak to do it, and the Z-Saber is too close range for it to matter, so you have to find the balance with the chain rod. And he's doing it again. Stand still and let his whirlwind carry you backwards. And just fire the chain rod with perfect timing. Oh gosh. I was expecting him to jump backwards again. He's been doing that a lot. It's about when he comes on screen that you want to fire the chain rod like that. Please don't do it again. Okay, you're not doing it again. Awesome. Whew! And this mid-stage is finally down. Yeah, this is where 02 gets serious. Full mission points, actually a really good clear time and enemy score, and 0 damage. We did really well, and we became a lightning warrior, and captured his EX skill. We got the Sengatotsu. Okay then. And a new form has awakened. I've been waiting for this to show. It hasn't happened in any stage yet, but now the erase form has become available. I'll have to go really in depth into forms in the extras here, because there's a lot to catch up on with those. Anyway, we're safe now. We've intercepted the aircraft and made it back. But what of El Piso? I mean, Operation Righteous Strike was clearly a failure, and I don't know how he's gonna take that. Well, CL is back to being the leader of military operations. That's great. And El Piso is missing. Here he is. You sound like you're going off the deep end just a little there. Yeah. So now, we gotta, like, clearly, we have to track down and stop El Piso. He's become bad news. So, if we talk to CL, we can now actually save our game from here, which is convenient, but we can also begin one of 4 missions. These are the last 4 locations that El Piso has gone to. The Forest of Notice, Computer Zone 2, Crystal Cave, and Shuttle Factory. And unfortunately, we have some rather imposing guards at each location. But that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to the outtakes and extras, shall we? Let's not think about these 4 ever.
It's the Beetle in the box, the shakes in their hands, and it's formed out the feelings that I don't understand. The map and the gaps and the spaces between, the worry of bearing the ghost in the machine.
Who's game for some extras? You may have noticed around here there's an alternate path above this electric barrier, but the timing to get there seems impossible. I never actually figured this one out as a kid. Turns out though, well, I'll deal with you two this way. Turns out if you attack one of those generators with an ice or electric attack, you can actually stun it for a moment before it breaks. And you can also get an extra bit of a head start by using the shoot boomerang from down here. So, let's freeze it and run, but we actually get a second or 2 of leeway there. No safe path back though, so let's go forward. There's an extra life for our troubles, and a golem type E. This is the 4th one of you that we faced, so let's just take this opportunity to demonstrate just how much elemental weaknesses matter. That went down in 2 charge shots. Some more rewards here. We get E-crystals and a cyber elf named Pitan. That one turns into a sub-tank if you feed it enough. So just down past some ships that are hovering in place in this narrow corridor. I'm sure that's got to be at least 2 or 3 safety violations. And probably at least 1 physics violation too. Anyway, we come back out here. Quick note about signaloids. If you have a chip equipped when they attack, they'll change their attack to fit yours. This is their ice attack. It's a pair of, well, they always spawn on a certain default, but the ice attack is a pair of snowflakes that go up and down, and bounce off of walls and ceilings. If you want to manipulate them, you might want to choose something other than ice. And we're back here in Phoenix Magnet stage to show off 2 things. Since it doesn't have a definite endpoint, we have to use the escape unit if we want to leave this stage, but after beating Phoenix Magnet stage, you don't just remove all Pantheon enemies from the other 3 stages. Phoenix Magnet stage itself loses its Pantheon enemies. The hunters and the hoppers are all gone. But that's not it. We're also here to show off the Sangatochu that we acquired. It replaces your dash slash. And let's get to some ground where I can actually do a dash. It's pointier and has a little less range, but a lot more damage. It can take down these bulky signaloids in just 1 hit. And it works no matter which element you have equipped. But notably, if you have the electric chip equipped, it turns all electric. I don't think it has any boost in power, but it has an element attached to it, so that can help against certain enemies. It's pretty powerful either way though. A nice upgrade. Anyway, that's about everything there is for the extras. I can't think of anything else, so on to some outtakes. Enjoy! Never mind, I totally did forget something. So every time you clear a stage in 0-2 while performing certain actions much more than the average player, a new form will awaken for Zero. there are lots of forms and I won't be explaining them all, but for now we'll take the erase form as an example. The power, defend, and speed stars don't actually mean anything concrete, it just gives you an idea of what the form is geared towards. In the erase form's case, since I used the reflected bullets from the shield boomerang to destroy lots of enemies, I get a defense-oriented form. Bullets will completely erase upon hitting the shield, which is kind of not good if you ask me. But it does have the benefit of letting your normal saber completely erase shots. It also has the downside of making this slash the only thing you can do from standing, instead of 3 shots in a combo. So, like every form, it's a bit of a trade-off. Not for me, but there definitely are some forms that are for me. Naturally, we'll be going with the basic form for the whole perfect runs, and once everything is said and done, I'll be going over all the forms in an extra video. Now then, on to some outtakes. Enjoy! For real. Welcome back to more Mega Man 02 perfect runs. We've just been thrust into this mission where we gotta keep our base safe from an air raid, so, oh my gosh, I'm glad that didn't do damage. Let's get our weapons ready. Places for all 4 of our weapons to come in handy. The defense of the shield boomerang, the range of the buster, I'm dying, and the chain rod. 02. Not only is it just really cool, I mean, like, just look, you know, it's just too cool. Can't even dodge. It's so overwhelming. A tear to my eye. Not only is it just really cool to hop across. Ah! Nice. Beautiful scream. You sound very strong and brave, Cheese. Not only is it just really cool. Ah! Defense of the shield boomerang. Let's dodge one more with that. The additional range of the buster. Versatility of the chain rod. So let's get started. I'm a little late on saying that, I suppose. So let's just end that take right now. Thank you, Tentalancer. You're helpful. And you want to be on the side where it just was once it crosses. Uh-oh. Narg! Every time it takes damage, it'll flare the field with bombs as it crosses sides, as long as it's sent out at least 3 missiles. Don't let the missiles hurt you. They hurt. This may come as a shock. You avoid them, and as for the missiles, I like to shoot down the second one and then rush, because otherwise it's hard to get where I'm going in time. Yep. It's giving me more trouble than I expected, man. Tentalancer seems to be like one of those ships that we've been hopping across, though, I guess that first one is just too low on the first volley to dash under. That's good to know. Maybe it's just something about how it appears, but we'll need the chain rod soon. Shoot that, and get ready to run! And get ready to time that better. I hit by that a lot. And coming up here, we've got a race against time, before those things freeze. Whoa, that was close. Still racing, though. Ah! Too fast. Too slow? One of them. If you got some clear time, you can just hit a plugger. Dang it! Ah! I knew that would happen at least once. It was bound to. If even one Pantheon Hopper is on screen and closing in, it can really cause problems. If you don't get us free, yeah, like that, they'll stop spinning, stop shooting, and head straight for 0. You really want the shield boomerang for this, because the only way to keep them from... Yeah, there was no room to swing the saber there. If I swung it, I was going to get hit with a bullet. It's that simple. Every time I slash the shield, or slash the sword, I drop the shield. Whoa. And that's exactly why it's imperfect. Stuff like that. You can be hard-pressed in some really bad situations. Even one hopper can just turn things south in like 5 seconds. Or less. So anytime you have room, oh my gosh, you guys. That attack is, I think, the screw arrow? I don't remember. My heart's beating just a little here. This is a tough boss. No! Ha! His EX attack, or he'll use this, that's fine. He can start using his EX attack at half health, and he'll just sprinkle it into the pattern wherever. It's the necessary balance. Here he goes again. So just let yourself... man! Stop it! Like, go too far. Here's his EX attack, Spinning Blade. No relation to Crush Crawfish. You dodged it that way. No! I'm half dead. Center and the third is resets out of some predetermined laser patterns. That one's too tough. Like, that one's way tougher than all the others. It's not too tough, but it's, like, disproportionate. Big words for big feelings. Once he hits half health on an A rank or higher, he'll... Fuck. That's a bad word, Cheese. Don't say that. I never showed off what was to the left here, did I? Ah, jeez. Well, mostly it's just more boxes and some, more Pantheon hammers, but when I say there are more boxes, I mean it. You can get a lot of goodies if you feel like busting up all these, especially these little packages. 4 things in one. Pretty nice. And there's a Cyber Elf here too. Whew, got through our first ordeal in 02, now just everything left to go. This stage is both famous for being super awesome, and infamous for spiking the difficulty something fierce. But just how much does it do that, I wonder? Well, if we're talking perfect runs, this stage brings things up to a 6 out of 10. It went a lot better than expected, but that's mostly because I was expecting pure torment. It simply wasn't as bad as I thought, but there was still a lot to work out. We'll start with the easier stuff. The interior of the ship, with all those electric barriers, is all about planning your route and planning which weapons you want to use where. Once you've come up with your answers, it's a lot easier, though it's still really good at catching you sleeping. There's also the Tento answer, which gave me way more trouble than I expected. It normally doesn't even register as a problem point for me, but it caused quite a bit of trouble here. The beginning of the stage comes after that. That part is tough. There are bullets flying around everywhere with difficult jumps and enemies that you can't really approach very easily. Deaths at the start of this stage are just totally commonplace. And then we have the big two, defusing the missile and the boss itself. Even with the shield boomerang, defending CL and Zero from all of the bullets and bullets and bullets and bullets, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Kuwagust himself isn't too bad once you get used to his pattern, unless he's using his EX attack. And, well, he is. That thing is too nerve-wracking. You can miss the timing in a number of ways. You can throw the chain rod too early, you can throw the chain rod too late. You can spend too long fighting the current and run into him. You can spend not enough time fighting the current and reach the end of the screen and not be able to be blown backwards enough while you're using the chain rod. Basically, even using the right tool for the job, you're lining up a very precise window of timing inside a separate window of timing, and it's just never comfortable. It's a wonder that I got through this so quickly and was able to call it a 6 out of 10, but I don't expect that to last too long. We're solidly in the serious half of 02 now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm nervous about the next one, but I hope you'll look forward to it. And until then, this has been Cheese. Take care!